Okay, so number one says, what point is collinear? So what does collinear mean? Okay, it means on the same line. Okay, on the same line. So what point is on the same line with A and C? Is point B. Because here's A, here's C, and point B is the same one on there. Or on that same line. Okay. Number two says, name the intersection. What does intersection mean? Where it means where it crosses. Okay. So where does line DE cross with plane M? So here's plane M, here's line DE. Good, it hits it right there at point B. That's where that line goes right through that plane, so at point B. Okay, number three, very basic here. About how long is that line segment AB? Yep, right here's 1, here's 2. It's right to the half mark, so this is 1.5. Yep. Okay, number 4, we're looking for the length of NL. Now we could set up the equation and do all that, but this one's really easy enough just to do it another way. So how could we find the length of NL?
Subtract.
Yeah, just subtract them. So we're going to take the whole thing of 5.8 minus 2.1.
3.7.
That's going to give you 3.7 centimeters. Yep. All right, good. Okay, next group here. What's another name for line L?
Line D, EF.
Okay, DF would work. Okay. What else? DE and EF. Any of those would be good. And also the rearrangement of that. So DF or FD, DE or ED, FE or EF. Yeah. Any of those. Okay. Number 2 says name 3 points on plane P, which really there's only 3 names. So what are the 3 points named on plane P?
CAB.
Good. Here's plane P up here. C, A, B are the only ones on there. Point A, point B, point C. Okay, number 3, name the intersections of plane P and plane N. So where do these 2 planes, this plane and this plane, meet up at?
A and B.
Good. Meets up right along this line right here. That's where they meet up at line AB. Good. All right. Number 4, name 3 non-coplanar points. So non-coplanar. So we want 3 points that are not on the same plane, not on the same flat surface.
CEB.
CEB would work. Yep. Point C, point E, and point B. But you can see C and E and then B. So these 2 points are on the same plane. These 2 points are on the same plane, but C and E are not on the same plane with where B is. So with what's drawn. Okay. Name plane P in 2 different ways. Okay, so we're looking at this one now, just so you know. So we could call it plane. Okay, one thing we could call it is plane ABD. That would work. Or we could call it plane ADC. Now the next one says give one way. We're actually going to give 2 different ways. What's 2 ways that you could not name plane P? Okay, let me go for the one that most people mess up on, okay? You could not name this plane ABC. Okay? Now, why can you not name this plane ABC?
Because it's on the same plane.
What? Okay, the reason you cannot call this plane ABC is, look, ABC is just a line, right? That does not make a plane. Basically, to make a plane, the 3 points have to make a triangle, like ABD. You can see how that makes a triangle. Makes a flat surface. ADC, like I said, makes a flat surface. So you can make a plane from that. But whenever it's just 3 points in a straight row, you cannot make a plane from that. All right? So that's the main one I wanted to talk about there. But also, let's say like plane DB. Why can't you call it just plain DB?
Because it doesn't make a full triangle.
Yeah, does it make a triangle? And when we're naming a plane, you have to use 3 points to name that. Which, that kind of goes back up here, number 4. Something I want to say about this up here is really any 3 points are always coplanar. But just with what was drawn, CEB are the ones. So anyways, I just want to say that. Okay, on back. Number 9 says find the distance between A and B. So let's write the formula down first. It's x2 minus x1 squared plus, in parentheses, y2 minus y1 squared, all square rooted. Okay, so first of all, we need to know where are those 2 points at. We need to know their coordinates. So where is A at on the XY grid there?
-3, 1.
Good, at -3, 1. Right, because when we count, we always start here at 0, 0, and it's -1, 2, 3, up 1. So it's -3, 1. Okay, where is B at?
4 and
4 and 4.
Yep, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So B is at 4, 4. Okay, so let's label these points. We're going to have x1, y1, x2, y2. x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're going to take these four numbers and plug them into the formula. So 4 is going to go there, -3 is going to go there, 4 is going to go there, and 1 is going to go right there. So let's write that out. So we're going to have 4 minus -3 squared plus 4 minus 1 squared. Okay, go ahead and type this in your calculator. I want to come by and sit in your calculator real quick. Good. 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 Yep. Okay, so that gives you about 7.62, something like that. Which on the retest you're about to take, it's all multiple choice, also like your test was. Okay, number 10 says find the midpoint. Okay. So find the midpoint. So the formula for that is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. I'm going to label these points x1, y1. X2, y2. So we're going to have -4 plus 18 divided by 2. And we're going to have 10 plus -6 divided by 2. Okay, now remember on this, it's not like you're going to type both of these into your calculator at the same time. If you try to do that, it's going to give you an error. It's this piece tells you the x value of the midpoint. This tells you the y value of the midpoint. So just type these in individually. So let's just do it in our heads. What's -4 plus 18? It's 14, and what's 14 divided by 2? It's 7. What's 10 plus -6? Or in other words, what's 10 minus 6? is 4, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that's the answer right there. Okay, number 6, we need to draw this. It says S is between R and T. So I'm going to draw it. So R and T go out on the edge. It says S is between there. So R and T on the edge, and S goes somewhere between them. Don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere between R and T. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the information that they've given to me here on our drawing. So how long is RS? RS is X plus... Yep. So RS is X plus 3. How long is ST? ST is 5x. So I'm going to put 5x right here. And then the last thing it talks about is RT. So that's all the way from here to here. So RT is how long? Yep, 57. Okay. So this is the way I teach it whenever I do this, is we write out the letters. So it's going to be RS plus ST equals what? RT equals the whole thing. See, RS is from here to here. ST is from here to here. So when you do RS plus ST, that equals the whole thing of RT. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug in for each one of those what I already know. So how long is RS? RS is X plus 3, right? So I'm going to plug in X plus 3 right underneath there, plus, how long does it say ST is? 5X, and then how long is RT? Is 57. Okay, now from here we're just solving for X. So we're going to combine like terms. So we have an X and 5X. That's like a 1X. So 1X and 5X together make what? So we have 6X. The 1X and 5X make the 6X. Nothing has changed that 3, so I'm just bringing that 3 down right here. And nothing has changed this 57 over here. So I'm just bringing the 57 down. Okay, what do I need to do from there? Very good. Get that 3 to the other side. I'm going to subtract it from both sides. So this leaves 6X on this side. 57 minus 3 is what? Is 54. Divide both sides by 6. And X equals 11. And that's what this one said, is it says to find the value of X. So that's all we have to do on that one. On this last one, we're going to have to find X and then plug back in. Okay, so on this last one, I'm going to do it the same way. So XY plus, what do you think? YZ equals XZ. Yep. XY plus YZ equals the whole thing of XZ. So how long is XY? 8 plus how long is YZ? There you go. 2x plus 7. Good. And then how long is XZ? 4x plus 3. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is combine like terms on the same side. So on the left-hand side, I have an 8 and a 7. Those are just numbers without x's. So what is 8 plus 7? 15. So I have 2x and a 15 over here. Nothing changed that 2x, so I'm just bringing it down. And then the 8 plus 7 gives me the 15. And then over here on the right-hand side, there's nothing really to combine, so I'm just going to bring that down. Now, what do I need to do next? I mean, I could do it a lot of different ways, but what I would always think of here is what? Yeah, good. I want to get these x's together, right? I've got a group of x's on this side. I've got a group of x's on this side. I need to get all of my x's put together. So I want to move this 2x over to here. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And the reason I'm doing that is, look, if I have 2x's and I take 2x's away, what does that leave right here?
0.
Leaves 0, right? That's the reason I'm doing that, because it's basically making the x's vanish on that side and making them reappear to the other side to where I can get them combined. And the way that I take care of that is by subtracting 2x. Okay, so that leaves 15 on this side. On the right-hand side, what's 4x minus 2x? It's 2x, and I still have that 3. Nothing changed that. I'm just bringing it down. Now, this messes people up whenever the x is on the right-hand side, but it shouldn't. I mean, it's still the same thing. The main thing I'm thinking about is I want my x's together, and then when I have my x's together, I want to get that x completely by itself. So I need to get rid of this 2 somehow, and I need to get rid of this 3. So we're going to start off with this 3. Okay, good. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. So that gives me 12 over here, and I still have that 2x over here. Okay, so x equals 6, but notice what it says. What did it tell you to do up there? Find the length of xz. So I've got to take this 6, and I've got to plug it in right there to find the length of xz, because xz is all the way is the 4x plus 3. So when I plug in a 6 there, good, 4 times 6 plus 3, and that's right, it's 4 times 6 is 24 plus 3 is 27.